Suck hard. No mask, no shame, no pretending. Just truth in disguise. 2 words. Just 2. Suck hard. That's what she said. Not some random YouTuber. Not a back alley prophet. Erykah Badu. On a global music stage. With every billboard behind her lit like Vegas, she dropped a revival service in 2 syllables. Now, I know what you thought. I know what they thought. Hell, I thought it too. But look again. Look through. Because that's what vision is. Seeing beyond the skin of a thing. Let the ego snicker. It always will. But we're not here to play with surface-level shame. We're here to pierce through it. And when love speaks, it often chooses the most unexpected microphone. Because that's where the crack in your armor is, and where there's a crack, there's light. Suck hard. You heard seduction. I heard surrender. You heard dirt. I heard depth. You thought she meant what the world says she meant. But the world always hears through dirty ears. It can't help it. It made its God in the image of guilt. But there she stood. No ornate headdress. No 7-layer metaphysical gown. Just raw. Red hair, hoodie, bare face. And she said it with a grin like a Zen master handing you a koan. Suck hard. And that's when it hit. Suck. Like failure. Like you suck. Like falling short, not making the cut. Being bad at it. And hard. Like all the way. No flinching. No half-arsing the illusion. Be terrible at the illusion completely. Suck hard at everything that doesn't matter. Because in doing that, you'll finally find what does. See, the ego wants polish, perfection, platforms. It wants your Instagram bio to look good while your soul is gasping for air. But love wants your knees in the dirt, your hands in the fire, your ego so confused it starts looking for God in a paper straw. And here's the real paradox. You want to be a musician? Suck hard. Because if you're doing it for worth, for applause, for a rival, then the only thing you're composing is a dirge for your own peace. You want to be healed? Suck hard at pretending you're not already whole. You want to be spiritual? Suck hard at performing it. Get so bad at ego performance that the whole mask slides off by accident. Get so clumsy at the world's game that you fall face first into truth. Get so tired of being the best that you finally sit still long enough to remember who you were before they told you to become anything. Suck hard. Because this world is made of roles. It hands you scripts and costumes and says, now go earn your place. But the soul doesn't need a spotlight. The soul was never auditioning. The soul is. Always has been. So what if she meant all of it? The sensual, the spiritual, the failure, the freedom, the holy union of all things unfiltered. What if suck hard wasn't vulgar? What if it was a prayer, a paradox that unthreads the shame stitched into your spine since childhood? What if the body isn't dirty, but your thoughts about it are? What if nothing is separate, not breath from meaning, not flesh from forgiveness, not desire from divinity? What if this glass, this straw, this breath, this moment was a cathedral? What if God was in the one thing you were most sure couldn't be holy? What if Erykah Badu was just being the mirror and the ego couldn't take the reflection? That's why it flinched. That's why it pointed. That's why it laughed. But now you've seen it. You can't unsee it. And now you have a choice. Polish your shame or surrender your mask. Hide behind meaning or dive into mystery. Judge the messenger or receive the message. God doesn't need your sophistication. He only needs a crack wide enough to pour himself through, and today he chose 2 words, suck hard. See God in everything. Yes, even this.